investigator in downtown New York. The phone rang, just like it had done hundreds of times before.
You gonna get that, Roxy?
I was just about to put my hat on collar on, Mr. Pirelli. It's 1 minute to 5.
And you still got 1 minute in which to answer the phone. Can't you see I'm busy?
He didn't look very busy to me, but he was the boss. Hello, J. Pirelli Private Investigating Agency. Roxy Krasner speaking. How may I help you? This call is not being recorded for training purposes and will not be used in evidence in a court of law. Uh-huh. 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 Oh. Uh-huh. I hadn't got a clue what the caller was on about, but I tried to sound intelligent. Uh-huh. Can you spell that? Neither can I. I mean, who can even attempt to spell asphyxiated? Most people I know can't even say it.
You talking to me?
No, Mr. Pirelli.
Who are you talking to?
The caller on the end of this phone.
Who else?
What do you mean, who else? I didn't quite know where this conversation was going.
There, you did it again. Who were you talking to just then?
Nobody. I was just talking to myself. I was just narrating.
It hasn't gone unnoticed. Why do you keep doing that?
I've always dreamed of being an actress on the stage or on the radio, she said wistfully, or even a movie star. So I pretend the world is a stage and I'm in a show. It helps me through the day.
Yeah, well, it's driving me nuts. It's driving my clients nuts. Can't you just be normal?
She considered this for a few moments and then looked at her watch. It is past 5. I'm in my own time now. I can do what I want.
You want a job to come back to in the morning? You mind finishing that phone conversation before you leave tonight? Sometimes wonder why I hired you in the first place.
I think it had something to do with my legs. Am I on overtime? I'll do it anyway. Sorry to have kept you caller. Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
Who is it?
I forgot to ask.
Then ask.
Sorry to have kept you caller. Can I ask who's calling, please? Oh. It's either Mr. Pinchbeck from the Stardust State of Broadway or Amy Johnson. I'm not quite sure. The caller said Amy Johnson, but it sounded like a man. I think it must be Mr. Pinchbeck, the theatre manager.
Give me the phone. We go back.
I prefer to go forwards.
Limelight, hi, it's Smokey. Who that? Nobody, just my new assistant. Nice legs, pretty face, not much upstairs, you know? Yeah.
As the boys talked over old times, I got ready to leave. I was in no hurry, really. I only had an empty apartment waiting for me. I live on the 27th floor. The elevator's broken, and the fridge is empty.
Nasty business. Read about it in the Tribune. Yeah, sure, I'll be glad to help. The NYPD, they haven't got a clue. Chief Malloy, the Keystone Cops would make a better job of it. No, I'll be glad to help. I'll be right over. Roxy, put on your nylons, black, not tan. We're going to the theater.
But Mr. Pirelli, she lied. I got a hot date tonight.
Sure you have, sweetheart. It's with me. You're going undercover.
Undercover? Am I going to be a hooker? Are you going to be my pimp? Fantastic. It's such a cliche.
No, you're going to be my wife.
If only. I secretly fancy Mr. Pirelli, but I haven't told him yet.
No, that's just too unbelievable. You're going to be you in a chorus line in black nylons. Nobody in a chorus line wears tan nylons.
Me? In a chorus line? Luckily for him, like any self-respecting PA, I keep a spare pair of black nylons with a rather distinctive seam running up the back, hidden in the bottom of the filing cabinet. As I bent over the bottom drawer, I could feel his eyes boiling into my backside.
Sorry.
Oh.
Something the matter?
Well, that's funny. I can only find one. The other one's missing.
Yeah, never mind. Put that one on.
I can't go out with one black leg and one tan.
Sure you can. If anyone says anything, you say, the other one got snagged yet, take it off.
It's gonna look stupid. I look like a tramp.
So, do you want a job to come back to in the morning or don't you?
Of course I needed the job. It was 1937 and the Depression had taken its toll and jobs were still hard to come by. In Europe, the recession was still deepening, leading to the rise of the Nazi Party in Germany and Mussolini's brown shirts in Italy. In Spain, the Civil War continues, and last month, nationalist aircraft sunk the submarine C-6 and the destroyer Cisca at the Battle of Gijon. The storm clouds of global war were gathering. The world was a dangerous place.
You dropped the newsreel and put on the goddamn nylon?
Reluctantly, I agreed to start a new fashion trend and put the black one over the tan one. Shall I put it on my left leg or my right?
Either, it doesn't matter.
I was so glad he said that because I still can't tell my left.
Will you shut up?
Sorry. As I put the nylon over the tan one, Mr. Pirelli filled us in on the background to the case.
Did I?
Yeah. What's the case, Mr. Pirelli?
Oh, yeah, didn't I say? It's like this. Limelight Larry's got a new musical opening on Broadway. It's called Amy Johnson, Flying with the Stars. But one by one, the stars are being snuffed out. He's lost 2 starlets already. Both of them strangled with nylons. Chief Malloy of the NYPD hasn't got a clue. It's a special show tonight and nothing can go wrong. That's where I come in. Limelight needs a new chorus girl. That's where you come in.
I didn't like the sound of that, but it was my opportunity to shine. I could act and keep my day job at the same time. I just had to watch my back. By the time he'd finished telling us the details, we'd arrived at Mr. Limelight Larry Pinchback's office, which was very similar to our office. In fact, I couldn't see any difference. Obviously, all offices in New York in 1937 look exactly the same.
You're too fat, you're too thin, or too tall. You're too short, you're too Japanese.
Get the Limelight, hey!
Hey, Smokey!
Roxy Krasner? Mr. Pirelli's not unattractive assistant.
Yeah, what do you think?
Not bad. Ain't you a cute little lemon popsicle, huh?
Thanks. No one's called me a lemon popsicle before. Limelight's eyes began to caress Roxy's perfect figure, paying particular attention to her feet and breasts. He was hooked. His body ached for hers. The palms of his hands began to sweat, and there was a stirring in his loins. It had been a long time since he'd made love. Too long.
God damn it, it's like I can hear my own thoughts. Excuse me, little lady, did you just say anything?
Me, sir, no, sir.
Hallelujah. Thank God for that. Yeah. I gotta stop smoking this shit.
I got it all figured out, Limelight. Roxy's gonna join your chorus on stage.
Oh, hallelujah! Hey, no pun intended.
Well, I keep an eye on your girls backstage and in the dressing room. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
Oh, I know you appreciate it.
Not half as much as I do.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, little lady. You know, I've got just the costume for you. It's small and tight, shiny.
Thanks. Small, tight, and shiny. What sort of show was I getting myself into? Do the cops have any idea who the murderer is?
No, and that's why I called my old pal Smokey here. Right, for the last fortnight, I've had the cops swarming all over my girls. They're animals. The cops, that is, not my girls. But tonight, yeah, they're all out front, keeping an eye on my special visitors in the audience.
What special visitors?
You mean Neville Chamberlain, the British Prime Minister, and Franklin D. Roosevelt, 32nd President of the United States of America?
God damn it, that's a secret. How do you know that? Not even Eddie the Shoeshine knows that.
I'm an investigator. That's what I do.
Oh, you're good.
Roosevelt and Chamberlain are coming here?
Hey, why not? They're off climbing some summit somewhere. They gotta have time to relax. It's a good show.
Do the cops think the murders and the visit are connected?
I like you, lady. You know, you got smart. But tonight the cops ain't interested in my girls. I'm worried that there's gonna be an assignation attempt on the life of the president.
Do any of your girls know about the visit?
Only one. We call it toxic. It's not a real name. We can't pronounce that. It's just European, German or something.
Toxic, eh? What do you know about her?
Not much. I mean, I know she started life as a can-can dancer in Hamburg. And after that, she got herself a job as a test pilot for the Zeppelin Corporation. Oh, and then, of course, last year, she was a medalist in the Berlin Games in the old rifle shooting competition. Well, and after that, she got herself a job as a hostess on the Hindenburg airship. Well, fortunately, it was her day off when it crashed. But you know, with just a week after the secret visit being arranged, she joined the show. Well, my original Amy and her understudy, that's Mimi and Jasmine, they were both murdered. And so Toxic took the lead. And because after the show, she'll be meeting them. Between you and me, the cops think there's something fishy about her, but she's clean.
Gee whiz! Berlin Hitler, Roosevelt, Chamberlain, the Hindenburg, a test pilot, 2 murdered showgirls, and a German Amy Johnson. More plot than a Hollywood movie.
Oh, yeah, you know, the cops have been turning this place upside down, looking for any kind of weapon that could be used against the president. Oh, I don't mind telling you, although they got this place sealed as tight as a drum, I'm more nervous than a lame rattlesnake in front of a rabbit. No.
Daddy's nervous.
You leave it to me, Limelight. I'm gonna go check out this toxic chick. Roxy, join the chorus.
Okay, Mr. Pirelli.
Oh, you know, it's good. He's worth every dime.
Yeah. Limelight's eyes stared at Roxy and seemed to say casting couch as they rested on her curvaceous, childbearing hips. There was an awkward pause.
Are you some sort of mind reader?
Me, sir? No, sir. I'm just a hopeful who's going to join your chorus.
Hallelujah!
You already said that.
I did? Yeah, I gotta stop smoking this shit.
You already said that, too. It was obvious that despite being a big cheese in the starry lights of Broadway, Limelight had a small, one-track mind and limited vocabulary. Do you know where I can find the choreographer?
Yeah, let me think. Yeah, no, I ain't thinking anything when you're around. Yeah. Follow me, Mabel's probably on stage.
Limelight led us down a dimly lit corridor, past the dressing rooms and then up onto the stage. Hi, Roxy Krasner was treading the boards of a Broadway stage. The chorus girls were busy rehearsing as the scene shifted and preparing the set for the first scene of this evening's performance. This was theater, and I wanted to be part of it.
And you be tight around that phallus bud, you hear me? You know how I like it. Nice and tight. Well done in a wig, but I want to see that curtain. You've got to come in there much quicker, you hear? Oh, well done, boys and girls. You're all doing fabulous. Oh, we couldn't do the shows without you. Hey, Foxy, come on, follow me.
It's Roxy. As my moment of fame on a Broadway stage came to an end, I wondered if Joe was having any more luck at finding Toxic than I was at finding Mabel.
As I flew to us in my aeroplane, I knew that life would be the same. As I flew into the Hall of Fame, everyone would know my name. Amy, Amy, oh boy, what a girl they got. Amy, oh boy, how that girl can fly.
Bravo! You Toxic by any chance?
Yeah, I'm toxic.
Only by name, not by nature, I hope.
Of course. You are come to search me again.
Yeah,
Your
no.
boys already do that to me 3 times today.
No, I was just...
Oh, I know the routine. I assume the position. Yeah? I hope you have the warm hands.
You know, I'm not actually here
Oh,
with
there's no need to be nervous. It's just your job. Get on with it.
Yeah, well, sure, in that case, why not? Yeah, that's good.
Satisfied?
You better believe it.
As I say, I have nothing to hide. All I have with me is this costume, my clothes, my bag, which they search every evening when I arrive at the theater, and meine Mutter. I never go anywhere without my mother. Tonight we will be meeting Roosevelt. She will be ever so proud.
Yeah, I'm sure she will. You mind if I ask you a few questions?
I already tell Chief Malloy's boys everything I know.
No, actually, I'm not with the cops.
You mean Schweinhund? I call the police.
Wait, I'm on your side. Larry sent me to look after you. I'm your babysitter, baby.
Do I look like I need a babysitter?
Gotta admit, with the rights look like that, you could be my nanny. You're quite a gal.
That is why I play the Amy Von Johnson.
Hey, nice costume, sort of Amy Johnson meets the Red Baron.
Funny you should say that. He was my uncle. He used to bounce me on his knee and sing to me. He was a great man. I take after him.
Yeah, I'm sure. And when did you first meet up with Uncle Sam?
Oh, his name was not Sam.
No, Uncle Sam. You know, United States of America. When did you first come over here?
I came here by accident in May when the airship was kaput. I decided to stay for a few months to see why they call it the land of opportunity.
Wonderful.
Soon I will return to the fatherland. My mission completed.
Mission? What mission?
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to disturb. It's always like Piccadilly Circus in here, in out, in out. Well, man, should I pop back later?
Never mind me, I'm your babysitter, sweetie.
Oh, aren't you just? You must be Mr. Smokey Larry's told me about you. Pleased to meet you, I'm Gwen, short for Gwendolyn. I'm from London, well, Wimbledon actually, where they play the tennis. Have you heard of it?
No.
Pity, it's such a lovely spot. Great for picnics on a Sunday afternoon. Well, not any Sunday afternoon, of course. I mean, who wants to picnic on a wet Sunday afternoon in November? Nobody! But when the sun is shining, it's absolutely delightful.
Do you have any airfields, munitions factories, or heavy industries there?
No, only tennis and strawberries.
Oh, pity.
Please excuse the costume, Mr. Smokey. It's no wonder you fellows call us birds, isn't it? Be honest, I look like a cold ostrich, don't I?
Yeah, well, you could do if you bend over and put your head in some sand.
Oh, how cheeky! I say, Toxic, isn't it cheeky? Bend over and have a good gander at what Blue Ridge indeed. The Germans have a name for men like you. It's something like Vorsprung Dirk Technique, isn't that right, Toxic?
white.
Oh, it's something like that anyway. I say, Mr. Smokey, what do you think of Topsy's outfit? Resplendent in red with leather accessories. She's like a firebird, a phoenix rising from the ashes, don't you think?
Yeah, sure. But did Amy Johnson really dress like that?
No, silly. Just like I don't normally dress like this. Imagine me walking down the shops or toddling down the street in this little number. I'd get some very funny looks. But this is theatre. It's all sparkle and razzmatazz. Isn't that right, Topsy? Sparkle and razzmatazz.
The flying helmet, gloves, and boots are good. The rest is degrading female sexist exploitation for the gratification of the male gender.
That's as may be. She looks good to me, honey.
Are you here to save our pretty little Nick from the Strangler, Mr. Smokey? After all, we don't want to find a black stocking with a rather distinctive seam running up the back, tied tightly around her little windpipes, do we? No, we don't, thank you very much.
Now, where have I heard that before? It's like deja vu.
I'd rather not have my face going the same colour as my feathers. Have you got any suspects? I bet you have. I hope you have. Our lives are in your hands, so to speak. You're our hero, isn't that right, Toxic? And a very handsome one you are too, if I may say so. I say, Mr. Smokey, have you got a significant other?
What she means is, are you a single?
Not that I'm interested in you, of course. Well, I say of course, but I don't mean to be rude. I'm just being inquisitive, that's all.
Should have been a detective.
Do you know, I think I should. I could have been a dancing detective. How novel. Well?
Well, what?
Oh, listen to him avoiding the question, Toxic. Is there a Mrs. Smokey?
Oh, no.
There, you see, I can tell, even though you're wearing a hat. Well, this is the perfect job for you then, isn't it? Backstage with us pretty chorus girls and no Mrs. Smokey to get jealous. We're going to have to keep our eye on you. Have you got a boyfriend, Toxic?
9.
It's a lot of boyfriends.
No, silly, she means no, not 9. That would be greedy and very tiring. I've always found 3 quite sufficient. What have you found out so far, Mr. Smokey?
English broads talk a lot.
Broads? Oh, I see, you mean me, not Norfolk. I'm abroad. I'm abroad. Abroad, do you get it, Toxic? I'm abroad, a lady. Abroad, overseas. Little play on words.
Hilarious, I'm sure. I laughed my head off.
Oh, don't say that. Not while there's a strangler around. Are you closing the net on him?
Yeah, what makes you so sure it's a him? I mean, how many guys do you know who wear black nylons?
You really think it could be a woman?
Hey, I keep an open mind. I suspect everyone.
Even little me, with my blue plumage.
Except you. You ain't got the brains for it.
Oh, thank you. Gosh, what a relief I'm in the clear.
The murderer could be the next person through that door.
Hi, I'm the new girl. Larry sent me along to try and squeeze into this. Oh, hello, Mr. Pirelli.
You know this man?
Sure, he's my...
Babysitter. Don't say a word.
Oh, yes. Luckily, I remembered the drill and kept my...
A drill? Are you going to make a hole?
Just shut it before you drop yourself in on one.
Hi, I'm Roxy. You must be... As I looked into her eyes, I became speechless. I was intoxicated by toxic. Was it love at first sight? I had never fancied anyone from my own sex before. She was so striking and attractive woman with a powerful and commanding presence. I found myself turned on by those full red lips and that tight figure-hugging costume accentuating those perfect female curves.
Shut up, Roxy. You're embarrassing yourself.
Oh no, let her continue.
Those sexy fishnets encasing those smooth legs and those kinky leather boots. My heart pounded as I lost myself in a dream world of fantasy where I became her plaything, her lover. Take me! Oh, take me! Gosh!
God damn.
I have an annoying habit of talking to myself without realizing it. Did anybody hear me say that out loud?
No.
Gosh, no, mum's the word. Welcome to the show. I'm Gwendolyn, short for Gwen. I'm not a lesbian, I'm English. Nice to meet you.
Did you just kiss me?
No, silly, that was me, just a friendly girl's girl greeting, nothing more. We're going to be friends, aren't we?
It's gotten very hot in here. I think I'll leave you girls to get acquainted.
Oh,
If
no,
anybody
Mr.
needs...
Smoke, you can't leave us alone. Not with a strangler and a lesbian on the loose. Going to speak to you like glue. Wherever you go, I go.
Lucky me.
Yes, aren't you just? Help yourself to anything you like, Roxy. It's share and share alike in here, isn't it, Toxie?
Oh, that's very nice. May I have a cookie?
Halt! That is not a cookie jar.
It's Toxic's mum's ashes, not a biscuit barrel.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, how was I to know? I think I'll just get changed.
Well, that's funny, Roxy. Did you know you've got different colour stockings on?
Gee, have I?
Yes, one is tan and one is black.
So it is.
The black one has has a very distinctive seam running up the back. Where is the other one?
I think I snagged it and threw it away.
Or did you leave it tied around someone's neck?
What? I'm not the murderer. I've been framed. Before I knew it, cops came in with law directions. I was told to...
Free! Put him out! Drop him! Freeze!
It's a good thing I'm a woman and I can multitask. A man could never have done all those things at once. I was bundled into the back of the meat wagon where I met some new friends.
He had it coming. You should have been there.
It was more like Chicago than New York.
Did you kill the wrong guy?
No, I kissed the wrong girl. I knew that had come out wrong as soon as I said it.
No matter. Ain't we all, sweetheart?
From the look of them, you'd have never believed it was late November. Unless... Are you showgirls?
Showgirls? Bliss! Ain't that sweet? No, honey. We show a lot, but not on the stage. Only in private. These are our working clothes, not costumes. Your mama may have told you about girls like us. We work the street.
Are you real-life hookers?
Excuse me. We provide personal services to discerning clients. We're hookers. I'm known as Teasing Tanya. And this here's Amazing Maisie. Hi.
Hi.
I've got nipples the size of bottle stops.
Gee, that is amazing.
They're quite impressive. You want to take a look?
No, you're okay.
Oh, don't be shy. They're quite
No,
impressive.
really, I believe you.
Is this your first time in the back of the wagon?
Yeah.
Thought so. Just relax and enjoy the ride. She says that to everybody. What's with the nylons? Fashion statement?
I snagged one.
No one's gonna buy that. Why not? It happens. Not to girls like her. Think up another story, honey, or the cops are gonna have you for breakfast.
She was right. She was streetwise. I was just a PA. Thanks for the advice. I'm Roxy.
Great name. We love you already. No matter what you've done, we'll get you off. We have friends everywhere.
Yeah. We give them favors, if you know what I mean. And then they owe us one. Or we tell their wives.
Here, take this. It's like a get-out-of-jail-free card. If you want a job, we could always find you work. Girls of your persuasion are always popular with the clients.
Thanks. Girls of my persuasion? Before I could explain, we arrived at the station and were split up. I was treated like a criminal. Fingerprints, mugshot, and one phone call. As these were desperate times, I used my phone call to order a pizza and some chocolate. I never got either. I should have remembered the car, but there was a lot going on. The cops had something called circumcised evidence, but I was cuffed and taken to Chief Malloy's office, which was very similar to our office, and Larry Limelight's office. Conclusive evidence indeed that all offices in New York in 1937 look exactly the same.
I knew that Roxy had been set up. After all, it was me who sent her undercover wearing the black nylon. I felt bad, real bad. I had to prove her innocence before Malloy banged her up.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Pirelli. Hey, wait a minute, what are you doing talking over there?
I'm just doing what you do. I'm trying to speed things up, telling the story.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, I wondered what was going on.
The jigsaw began to fit together like a glove. All the fingers pointed at Toxic. The sharpshooting medals from Berlin was meddling with instant...
We already know this bit. Tell us something new.
Sure. Where did Toxic steal Roxy's nylon from my office? And where had she hidden her gun? She could hardly be planning to asphyxiate. To strangle both the President and Mr. Chamberlain with the same nylon. Malloy had called his boys off, and the President was a sitting duck.
Have you finished?
Yeah.
He wasn't as good as me. Whoever heard of a jigsaw fitting like a glove? Hey, Chief, can I get interrogated now?
Sure.
Police brutality! Is it really right for a woman to
Whole thing.
beer at home. Right, you see this? Only the person holding the baseball can speak. Have you got that?
Yeah, I got it.
Obviously he didn't because he spoke.
Oh, goodness, is it a game?
Neither did she. I got it.
Quiet! I have the ball. Only I can speak. Those are the rules. Right, start again. And remember, I have the ball. Right, my name's Chief Malloy of the NYPD. That's the New York Police Department to you. Right? Now you do not have to say anything, but it sure would be nice if you did, otherwise it's going to get very boring around here. But, and it is a very big but. No, man, I'm not suggesting you have a big but. But anything you do say may be taken down and used as evidence. Have you got that? I said, have you got that? Right. What's your name? What? What? Can opener. Can. I take, hold, have the ball, please. Oh, can I have the ball, please? Sure.
Thank you. I've forgotten what I was going to say now. What is it? You want the ball? You have to place your balls first, isn't that right, Mr. Chief Malloy? The room. The office. This. And it is. Oh! Is. Yes, is. Frankenstein. Boris Karloff.
How difficult is stupid?
Bad hair day. Morning face. Oh, I don't know. This is stupid. I get it. Whose turn is it next?
Mine. This is stupid. We don't have time for this. The president's in danger. Toxic's going to... Is it important? Really important?
Even though I was kept in the chair, I still managed to catch it with one hand.
I know when Tox is hitting the gun. It's hitting the...
But before I could finish the sentence, English Gwenda put up her hand and demanded the ball.
Thank you. It's rather like a cricket ball, isn't it? Not like a rounders ball. They're a lot softer. More like a tennis ball.
It was very frustrating. The president was about to be shot and English Gwen was talking balls.
Baseball, Mr. Chief Malloy. I bet you do. The New York Beavers. I knew it. Come on, you Beavers. You mighty Beavers. Sorry, where was I? Oh, yes, the gun. I saw it in Toxic.
Toxic is not the suspect, and I'm looking for a missing nylon. I'm not interested in a gun. Do I make myself clear? You are the suspect. Now start talking.
Hey, Malloy, sorry to disturb you. I didn't realize you had company. The girl around the front desk didn't say anything about that. Too busy eating the chocolate pizza.
At least that explains the missing pizza. Even though I was not expecting the chocolate beyond the pizza.
Rosemary is not a gorilla. She happens to be my lady friend. Okay, she may have a little facial hairy problem, but she's taking a steroid tablet, right? Don't let me ever hear you calling her that again.
It's to its own, Chief. And hey, Smokey, Foxy, Gwenny! Hey, if I got news for you guys, you'll never guess. Hey, come on, I said you'll never guess. What? What's the matter? What? Are my flies open? What, I stepped in something? What? Hey, that reminds me, I met this girl, Teasing Tanya, I think her name was. Not that I know her personally, of course. But she told me to remind you...
Don't forget the card!
How does she do that?
Chief, game over. Can I lose a jury now?
No way, you're going down. What's this? Sure, why didn't you show me this earlier? Sure, this changes everything. Well, let me see, I should have you out of here in a jiff. Sorry for the little misunderstanding. There we go. And, my regards to the lady in question. Toxic, you say?
Rather, who won the game?
Looks like Roxy had the Joker up her sleeve all the time. Sorry, Larry, you were saying.
Oh yeah, you guys, you ain't never gonna believe what happened.
I know! You just mistook Chief Malloy's girlfriend for a gorilla. Although we weren't going to mention that again, were we? Sorry. Quite like gorillas anyway.
Ignore her, she's from Wimbledon. Let me guess, Larry. Eddie the shoe shine got a tip from a customer.
Sure, that's nothing. Lots of customers giving tips. Sure, I gave him $1 myself the other day. 50 cents for each shoe. He did a nice job.
Not that sort of a tip.
Oh.
I reckon he got a tip up from one of your boys about the special visit. Then Eddie the shoe shine tells Mac the mouth, and now the whole neighborhood knows. So the special visit's been cancelled. Right?
Oh, you're good.
Not only that, but Toxic has disappeared and you've got a show to put on tonight with no leading ladies. You're going to ask English Gwen step into the role of Amy Johnson tonight.
Gosh, is that right, Mr. Pinchbeck, sir? Off with the feathers and on with the leathers. Are you going to pluck me from obscurity and thrust me into the limelight?
Oh, yeah, baby. Pluck and thrust, huh? Pluck and thrust. You know, this guy is good. He's another mind reader. Like Roxy over there. Hey, but before you say another word, yes, I did lick my lips and stare longingly at Gwen's divine legs. But nobody saw me. And it was strictly professional.
I never said a word, but we all saw it. He then turned his attention to me.
How would you like to try yourself in Gwen's shoes, huh?
I looked at English Gwen's shoes and they were silver, and that's so not me. But I smiled sweetly and replied, actually, I'm a PA, not a dancer. But I'll give it a go for a few nights if it's okay with Mr. Pirelli.
Sure, why not? I could do with the laugh.
Gee, thanks.
Wait a minute. Unless I'm mistaken, somebody is going to walk through this office door in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh dear, I think you're mistaken. Never mind, maybe the gorilla on the front desk stopped them.
Classic!
Well, all the little fish in the same barrel. Hands high and spread the legs. I know what it feels like, yeah? Oh, nothing in those trousers to interest me.
You gonna frisk me? Huh? Come on. Wait. Not even a little bit?
No, you can frisk yourself.
Give yourself up, Toxic. The game's over.
Yes, pity you missed it. It was like a charades with a ball for it. It was all Edith Stevens and then Roxy played her joker.
If this was going to turn into a hostage situation and Toxic was going to shoot someone, I kind of hoped it would be English Gwen. Don't get me wrong, she's a lovely girl. And she was beginning to get on my nerves.
Look, they were best friends.
No one will get hurt if you do what I say. Isn't that right, my little Liebfrau Milch?
Crystal, I'm sorry, Gwen, I apologize. We were in a tricky situation, so we all looked to Mr. Pirelli for inspiration.
Remember the golden rule. When the heat is on, you gotta stay cool.
You're forgiven. You know, with us all standing around like this, we look like something out of an Agatha Christie novel.
Yeah, except we already know who did it.
But do we know why?
Yeah.
And do we know how?
Yeah.
What don't we know?
We don't know what goes on inside that dizzy little English head of yours. A Toxic here, she's nothing like Miss Marples.
She's not exactly a dead ringer for Amy Johnson either, Larry. I mean, what did she do in her audition?
It's private and confidential.
Sorry. Spill it, Toxic.
My mission started with a rumor from Mickey the Mollusk.
You mean Mickey the Mole?
He tells me there is to be a secret presidential visit. Who would know? The chief of police. So, I go to his office and rifle through the secret papers, passing the gorilla on the front desk.
Just a minute now. That gorilla has got a name. It's Rosemary.
I discover that the president is to go to the Stardust. So, I go to the theater with my gun hidden in the urn, show my legs, and get a job on the chorus line. I hear that Slimelight
Hey, that's Limelight, lad, Limelight.
is hiring private detective because Chief Malloy could not navigate his way out of a toilet cubicle. So, I search his office and find business card. J. Pirelli, private investigator. I impersonate cleaner and go to his office, which is a doppelganger of this one. I look for a murder weapon to throw you off smell.
You stole my nylon. You're smarter than you look.
Luckily for me, you are not.
I was impressed. Toxic was poison, and the plot had more twists than a bowl of Mama Rosso's full surly.
Of course, as the ex-detective on Broadway, I already knew all that.
You're the best.
He's also a good liar.
Sure, if you're so smart, why have you come back here?
Who will the president's man telephone to tell of the change of venue?
Sure, I don't know.
Should I get that?
Leave it! Don't move! Hello? Yeah? This is Chief Malloy's office? No? This is Rosemary speaking. Yes, Rosemary, the gorilla. Casey's Bar, corner of 51st and Main Avenue. I will tell him. Thank you. Auf Wiedersehen. Ha!
Are you going to shoot us now?
No. Fortunately for you, ammunition for this gun does not appear in the local hardware store. And these bullets already have someone else's name on them.
Sure, I may have a few spare in the
Don't move! Now, I must leave you. I have a date with Destiny. You are on the top floor. This office has no phone, and I have the key. Furthermore, I shall be taking a hostage. I take the gorilla from the front desk.
Not so fast, sister.
That's the spirit. Up the beast.
Roxy, she has a gun, you have a stick. My money's on the gun.
He was right. There was nothing we could do.
You should listen to this man. He is good, though not as good as me. And now I must fly. Maybe one day we will meet again in the skies above Wimbledon in a Messerschmitt 109.
There was no use. Toxic outsmarted us and was on her way to assassinate the president. The balance of power in the Western world was about to change forever.
Sure, it's not all that bad.
Well, don't look like no bed of roses from where I'm standing.
Sure, what makes you think that that was the president's men? No, that was Officer Sykes. I sent him out earlier to choose a venue for our Christmas party. Yeah, it was either going to be the Blue Banana Club or Casey's Bar on the corner of 51st and Main. The president would never be seen dead in Casey's Bar. It's a cheap strip joint. No, the next call. That would be from the president.
One small problem.
Oh.
Luckily, I was used to small problems. Here, Gwenny, chew on this while I get to work with a hair grip.
What's she doing?
Yeah, it beats me. It's some kind of woman thing. Yeah, you better be careful there, little pumpkin. And that's a wire. It conducts electricity. You could get yourself an electric shock.
You don't say. Luckily for them, I had majored at high school in science and knew more about Faraday's frog legs and electricity than they would ever know. Hey, Gwen, have you finished with the gum?
Yes, I didn't think much of it, really.
Spit it out.
Well, I prefer rhubarb and custard or jelly
She
bacon.
means spit out the goddamn gum, dum-dum.
Oh, that's a nasty study you got there, Smokey.
There.
I'll get that. Chief Officer Malloy speaking. Mr. President!
Not bad, Roxy, not bad. I always said you weren't just a pretty face.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Pirelli. The president was saying thanks to the NYPD Christmas party. It had been quite a night. Then just as we're thinking what to do next, something quite shocking happened. Toxic report!
Hilfe! Hilfe!
Despite appearances, the case of the dancing German aviator was far from over. Tune in after the break with me, Roxy Krasner, for another exciting episode. But after my little indiscretion with Toxic, Mr. Pirelli makes a point of reminding me, in case I say something inappropriate and put my foot in it. However, things have gotten worse. Since my appearance on a Broadway stage, and I've started singing as well, imagining that I'm in a musical. And I can't even sing.
Roxy, you're doing it again.
Sorry, Mr. Pirelli. Where was I? Oh yeah, it was approaching midday, and my thoughts had turned to lunch. I'm gonna go out and get a sandwich, Mr. Pirelli. Can I get you anything?
No thanks, I'm gonna grab something later.
Oh, okay. Before I had time to put my hat on coat on, there was a knock at the door. It was Madame Fifi from the poodle parlor downstairs.
Bonjour, Monsieur Pirelli. Bonjour, Mademoiselle Roxy.
Bonjour. She's French.
I wonder if you could give me the help again, s'il vous plaît.
Rendezvous, ma'am. What's the problem this time? Blocked drain, dripping tap, loose toilet seat, wall collapsed, cooker exploded.
Oh, you must think me the nuisance, no?
You must think me the DIY man, yes?
You are a very good neighbour. And I do like a man who is good with his hands. Vous êtes très bon.
Okay, vive la différence. What is it?
It is the electricity, I think. I plug it in your boodle drive and it goes poof. I think I have blown the fuse, I would say.
Yeah, no problem. I'll come down and take a look at it later. I'm kind of busy right now.
I can do it for you if you like, Madame Fifi.
No, Monsieur Pirelli can do it later. And while you're down there, I could give you the little snip and cut.
And no thanks, all the same. Wasn't really my style last time. I'm only just getting the curls straightened out. You best stick to poodles.
So that's why he always wears a hat.
Bon, I will get the spare fuse ready for you. Au revoir.
Au revoir. Ménage à toi.
He really should learn French. No sooner had Madame Fifi left than there was another more urgent knock on the door. Huh, that's funny. They're early. My directions must be getting better.
Who's up?
The clients, of course.
Clients? What clients?
They rang up this morning, said it was urgent. I put it in the diary. Hey, I found myself pointing at yesterday's page. Oops. I should have put it. I looked at today's page. I was shocked and hurt. My heart sank. He had turned down my offer of a sandwich because he was having lunch with English Gwen. I had a date.
It's business.
I wasn't born yesterday. If that's the case, shall I come too?
It's delicate business. Who's the new client?
The Salmon Sisters. I thought I knew of all the popular singing groups, but I'd never heard of them.
They're not backing singers. Let me think.
What are they? Religious acts? Nuns? Circus?
Nope. Let me think. The Salmon Sisters. I wonder.
Do you think there could be something fishy about them?
Let's let them in and find out. And remember, butternets.
I remember. But most of all, as she burst into song. And what I remember is today when I came second to English Gwen. The Salmon Sisters.
Thanks, Roxy.
Are you Joe Pirelli, private investigator?
Investigator.
Yes, ma'am, the best.
Howdy.
Howdy.
You've
got some fine testimonials.
Testimonials.
Thanks. Nice of you to notice.
I'm Betty the Pink, and this is my sister, Echo.
That's funny.
Did you say something, miss?
Yes.
No.
Why don't you nip out and get us some coffees, Roxy, while I get some background information on the case?
Okay. How'd you like your coffee, ma'am?
White, cow juicing first, shaken, not stirred, 1 sugar.
Sugar.
Yes, did you just call me sugar?
2 coffees, white, not stirred, with 1 sugar for the sisters and a black one for me. You got that?
I got it. Shall I bring in some cookies as well?
Have you got any with chocolate chips?
You want chips?
Just get the coffees. You remember how they take it.
Sure, I remember. But most of all, I should reprise into song. And what I remember is today when I came second to English Gwen.
Yeah, never mind her. She's been under a lot of stress recently. Danced to the Stardust last week.
We know. That's why we're here.
We're here.
Ain't she a bit plain for a dancer?
Dancer mighty plain.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're not here for autograph then.
No, sir.
Sir, no.
It's about the German dancer.
Dancer.
Toxic.
The one that was arrested last week.
Last week.
As you know, she's just escaped.
Escaped?
It's on all the newsstands.
Ain't that the truth?
Shouldn't you have said newsstands?
Well,
Sorry.
We want you to find her before the law catches up with her.
with her.
We need to talk to her about some missing diamonds.
Diamond.
Diamonds? What's the connection between Toxic, you, and diamonds?
We're the Simon sisters.
Sisters.
I got that bit.
We're the Wild West Simons.
Wild salmon.
Not with the Alaskan Simons.
Bunch of inbred screwballs.
Hey, I'm guessing you got something to do with Salmon Heavy Industries, right?
Yeah, good.
Good, brains the size of testicles. Alaskan salmon, not you boys.
Our pa, John Simon Jr., left us the company when he left this earth.
At God's right hand, bless his boots.
Just remind me what it is the Salmon Heavy Industries do exactly.
As well as other things, we make oils, lubricants, machine tools for aircraft manufacturers.
Lubricants.
The tools then cut the metals to make airplane parts.
Spare parts.
The tools have to be sharp,
Sharper than the crease in your pants.
so they're tipped with industrial grade diamonds.
Diamonds.
We saw that German dancer's picture in the Tribune.
Tribute.
She used to work for the Goodyear Zeppelin Corporation, flying in a little FC-9 biplanes. She came to visit our factory once, and some of our diamonds went missing.
Listen, are you keeping up, boy?
Hey, I'm overtaken. I'm putting the jigsaw together, putting the pieces into place.
Oh, please. Have you got the full picture? It ain't a pretty one.
It's the German.
It's the dancing German aviator.
I know, but she ain't got your rocks.
How can you be sure?
Sure.
She was frisked at every opportunity. Yeah, I even frisked her myself.
I ain't never been frisked.
Never.
Too bad.
I'll give you bad. Diamonds are in short supply. With war looming, all export licenses have been stopped. Without diamonds, we can't make airplanes. Without airplanes, we can't win wars.
Can't win, we're screwed.
So Toxic has single-handedly disarmed America and our allies. She really is quite a gal.
Within a few minutes, I return with a coffee totally breathless. Did I miss anything?
A little. I'll catch you up later.
Oh, it ain't that complicated. Industrial diamonds are the key to world domination. Shall I summarize?
How?
Yeah.
How? I thought they were cowgirls, not Indians.
How can you summarize? You weren't here.
No, but like any good self-respecting PA, I listened to the keyhole, and then I rushed out and got a newspaper from Cyborg Sam. Did you know there's a dog in Detroit that can drive a truck? Sorry, there's a full exclusive of Toxic on page 3. Stop press. Toxic stills biplane and heads for New York.
Too much of a coincidence. Yeah, why do you see that? My sister married a trash can.
Oh, congratulations! Sorry, page 3.
Is this the dame who came to your factory?
Yeah, that's her. 'Cause she weren't wearing no fancy sparkling costume then.
No sparkly costume.
She looked plain.
Mighty plain.
Like your assistant here.
Ain't that the truth?
But without the chunky legs.
Chunky.
I smiled sweetly and gritted my teeth. At least I didn't look like a walking lump of gum.
Roxy! Is there anywhere at the theater where Tox could have hidden the ice?
I only ever saw her in her costume.
In her costume?
Sit in her costume, her sparkly red costume. Get me the Limelight Larry on the phone right away.
That boy's as sharp as a knife.
Fantastic.
Thank you, ladies.
Hello, operator. May I have the Starlight Theatre Broadway, please? Thank you. She's putting me through.
Give me the phone. Limelight, hey, Smokey. I need to see you, English Gwen, and her Amy costume in my office right away.
There's a reward.
Big reward.
If not sooner. I heard. It's all over town. They'll be right over.
And no sooner than the sound assistants have finished their coffee than Limelight Larry aligned with Limey Gwen.
Hey, Smokey! Half Foxy! Oh, circus act?
I'm so glad you said that.
Hi, Gwen.
Hello, Joey.
Joey! She called Mr. Pirelli Joey. I felt as deflated as a pufferfish without any puff.
Come right away, Larry said, if not sooner. I do hope nothing beastly has happened. I hope nobody's kicked the bucket.
Kick the what?
The bucket.
What does that mean?
How the hell do I know? I'm an American. I don't speak English.
It's an expression like pushing up the daisies.
It would seem like there's another one.
It means somebody has died or been murdered.
Oh, no, nothing like that. These ladies have lost their diamonds. They're hoping you could help them.
Crikey, little me, how?
Who's the Australian?
This is English Gwen, the pretty dancer to replace Toxic.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. I won't kiss you in case you get the wrong end of the stick and think that I'm a lesbian, which I'm not. Or not as I know of. I mean, how does one tell?
English Gwen. Funny name for an Australian. I'm Betty the Pink.
Yes, aren't you just? I used to have a matching lipstick like you, and a pink bag of shoes, and a little pink bow for my hair. So cute.
Did you bring the costume?
Of course I did, Joey. I'd do anything you tell me to. Ta-da! Hello? Invasion of privacy, personal space and all that!
We're just investigating a possibility. We're looking for clues.
Oh, is it like a game? Like find the needle in the haystack?
This looks really interesting. Can anybody join in?
Give her a chair, Larry. Give her a chair.
As they looked at the diamonds on English Gwen's costume, Mr. Pirelli tried to look professional and Limelight Larry just looked.
Are you enjoying this as much as I am? I love being piggy in the middle.
You better believe it. You're looking real good.
But you could look even better. Let me book you a hair appointment with Madame Fifi downstairs.
Oh, thanks, Roxy. You're such a sweetie. Do you know, this reminds me of when I used to emerge after birthday cakes.
Oh, please, how very last year. It's nearly 1938.
I popped out either dressed as an ice maiden with a few strategically placed cherries, a juicy fruity salad with melons and bananas, or a tart.
Treacle or jam?
Neither, just a tart.
Oh, my favourite.
Stocking suspenders and a basque. Are you okay, Mr. Lime? Like, you look very hot.
Oh, so do you, baby, so do you. You know, right now I just got this image in my head.
Oh, no. So do I. I think I'm having a musical moment.
Surprise! Who would like a slice of me? I'm so sweet and sticky, bet you'd like to lick me.
You're one hell of a cake.
I'm so hot and tempting, you just got to have me.
I give in for goodness sake.
Joey, you're a fruitcake, I'm a jammy tart.
You could be a rock cake, you'd still melt my heart. 'Cause everyone loves a cake, everyone loves a cake.
I'm so fresh and naughty, have me now you for me.
You're my favourite cake.
I'm just waiting for you
loves a cake.
I'm so fresh and creamy, beg to please to see me.
I'm always ready for cake.
I'm so light and airy, I'm so good it's scary. Oh please, give me a break. Joey, you're a flapjack, I'm an apple pie.
You could be a cupcake, I'd still be a guy. 'Cause everyone loves a cake, everyone loves a cake.
I'm so fresh and fruity, sugar covered beauty.
You're an eye candy cake.
I'm perfect in some dirties, covered in big rosy.
Well, I gotta learn how to bake.
Maybe you're a gingerbread, and I'm a little biscuit.
You could be a waffle, I'd still like to risk it.
'Cause everyone loves a cake, everyone loves a cake. You just gotta take.
Everyone loves a cake, oh for goodness sake. Everyone loves a cake, I just gotta make cake. 'Cause
Yes, everyone loves a sticky, 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 tasty piece of cake.
What happened there? I gotta concentrate. Where was I? Oh yeah. As they started the sequence on English West Gwen's costumes, I decided to do something more useful. So I read the newspaper to see if I could find any more clues. Hey, it says here that Toxie was helped to escape by someone from the outside. It says who was her mysterious accomplice. Though I think they've spelled accomplice wrong, but I'm not quite sure. Was it a friend, an admirer, or a Nazi sympathizer?
Maybe it was an admiring, sympathetic friend.
But she didn't have any friends or admirers, except one, you, Roxy.
Me?
Yeah, you admired her. You said she was a striking woman.
Didn't you just? Remember the kiss? You fantasized about her kinky leather boots and her perfect female curves. You wanted to be her lover.
God damn it, I must have missed that.
Girls do and say a lot of things they don't mean. What? All eyes were on me, except for Limelight Larry's, which were caught up somewhere in English Gwen's fishnets. Once again, I was a suspect, only this time I'd framed myself.
Well, I can't see no diamonds here.
No diamonds.
Wait a minute. Give me that.
Well, give me that. What are we looking at?
Wear the helmet and goggles.
Goggles?
They're in the dressing room next to a vase of roses from Joey.
Everyone, back to the Stardust right away. Larry, you can get up now.
Yeah, no, it's okay, I'll stay here if it's all the same for you.
Roxy, where do you think you're going?
Well, you said we're all going to the theater.
Except you. I need someone to watch The Office.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to go anyway. She lied.
Come on, Gwen, we gotta get back to the theater and get our hands on that helmet before Toxic does.
If you say so, Joey. See you later, Roxy. We're still best friends, aren't we? We must do tea and cake one afternoon. TTFN.
Hey, wait for me. Oh, boy.
Sure. I thought I was part of the team. I was last week. I was on the stage for you. Mr. Pirelli came to the stage door every night. And he left roses in the dressing room. Well, I thought they were for me. They came with a card. My favorite understudy. And before my first performance, he gave me this. All covered in glitter. It's got some beautiful words inside. Good luck, Roxy, you're gonna need it. Try and keep up with the others and don't break your neck. He cares for me. At least I thought he did. So what's he doing going out with English Gwen? Did I ever tell you? I love you, Joe Pirelli. Cue for a song. He said that he loved me when I wore my costume. Now he don't even see me enter the room. He wrote me such nice words at the stage door, but the glitter ain't talking no more. No more glitter. 23 minutes and 38 seconds later, there was a knock at the door. I expected to see the pizza delivery man, but I was wrong. It was the mysterious Dr. Black!
Well, if it ain't Roxy Krasner, just the girl I wanted to see.
I looked at his hands. They were covered in dog hairs. If he was serious about passing off as a pizza delivery man, he'd have to pay more attention to detail than that.
Here, nice slice of pizza. Back choice of friends, huh? Where is she?
Who? English Gwen, the walking birthday cake? She seems to be the attention of everyone these days.
Don't try and be smart with me. You know who I am.
Sure. You're the mysterious Dr. Black. The mysterious bit is I don't know any more than that.
Where's Toxic?
Don't you read the paper? She's in a biplane over New York.
But she was here, right?
She was when she stole my nylon from the bottom of that cabinet. So that's what he'd come for. He wanted to go down my drawers. I decided to play my ace card straight away. Are you after Toxic or the diamonds?
Diamonds? What do you know about diamonds?
My gamble had paid off. I'd obviously hit a raw nerve.
Nobody knows about the diamonds.
I do. So does Mr. Pirelli, Limelight Larry, and English Gwen. Well, maybe not English Gwen. She's kind of slow to catch on.
What else do you know?
Everything. She lied convincingly.
Okay, it's true. I am the chief engineer for the Goodyear Zeppelin Company, working on the USS Aviator, a top-secret flying aircraft carrier for the U.S. Navy, which is a huge airship with a complement of 91 men and carrying 6 F-9C Sparrowhawk biplanes for strategic scouting across the Pacific. Her sister ships, the USS Akron and Macron, well, they crashed a few years ago, but the Aviator survived. Now, Toxic, she was the chief test pilot for the small Sparrowhawk biplanes that operated from the airship. When she hooked onto the Aviator, I hooked onto her. I was smitten, captivated. Her tight, black leather flying suit made me go weak at the knees. She's a striking woman.
She certainly has an effect on people.
Yeah, well, she offered me her charms for my blueprints. She was itching for my etchings. How's a man to resist, huh? And as the Germans were leading the design team on the Aviator, I thought nothing of accommodating her. And then she wanted industrial diamonds. Well, little did I know she was passing the blueprints to the Nazis. And the Nazis need those diamonds to cut the dies, so they can cast the metal, so they can make the engines and the airframes. They're gonna power the Nazi war machine!
Gee, how exciting. Tell me more.
Well, I had security clearance to enter Sound Heavy Industries unescorted. I found the diamonds, and I hid them in a tin of lubricant that Toxic was gonna pick up the next day for her biplane from the factory. It worked! Toxic got her diamonds, but I never got my guile.
She set you a honey trap without any honey. How frustrating is that?
Tell me about it. Now I gotta trace Toxic's tracks. I gotta get those diamonds back to where they belong before anybody finds out. If the authorities knew, why, I'd be put in jail for aiding and abetting, jailbreaking, espionage, treason, and telling fibs.
Gee, that's not good. Can I ask you something?
Fire away.
Are you the invisible man?
No? Why do you ask that?
Well, nothing really. It's just the gloves, the sunglasses, the bandages, the hat and everything. I didn't like to say anything, but it looked like something out of a cheap comic book.
Oh. Yeah, well, let me give you some good advice. Never smoke when you work near hydrogen.
Drew, let me give some advice in return. Never work with animals, children, or English chorus girls. They steal the limelight, and in my case, Mr. Pirelli.
Well, thanks. I'll try to remember that.
Do you know what I remember? And what I remember is
anybody asks, you ain't seen me.
So you are the Invisible Man.
Yeah, whatever you say. I was never here.
And in a flash, he was gone. I returned to my pizza. It was cold. And then something really strange happened. A dark shadow fell across the office. I looked out of the window, and then I checked the date in the diary. It was not Independence Day, but there was a huge spaceship hovering over New York. I slapped myself in case I was dreaming. Ouch! I wasn't. So I calmly phoned Mr. Freddy at the theater.
Sweetie?
Yes, my little ugly pumpkin.
No, I mean, do you want a sweet? I've got rhubarb and custard, jelly babies or gobstoppers.
Yeah, no thanks, I'll pass, but you feel free to suck on anything that takes your fancy.
Okay, I'm feeling naughty. I think I'll have a gobstopper.
We call those lollipops. Hello, Lollipop Larry speaking. Hey, Foxy. Hey, you know, I bet you can't guess what I'm thinking right now. Oh, you can. You're good. How does she do that? It's for you.
Right. Slow down. What's up? What? Roxy says look in the bottom drawer of your filing cabinet. Tell us what you find.
Hey, there ain't nothing in there just to fill my personal effects.
She says please, it's real important.
Okay. Hey. Oh, yay! What's this? This ain't mine.
Gosh, lubricant, what do you use that for?
Hey, I swear, I ain't never seen that before, Gwen.
Yep, Larry's got lubricants.
Yeah.
She says you gotta give it to the Sound Sisters.
What? Both of them?
Yeah. Apparently it's what they came here for. You gotta give it to them.
Jeez. Those ladies, they're fast movers. Normally I have to wine and dine them first and give them dinner, and then they have to go powder their noses, get headaches, and dump me.
Roxy says they want it now. The sooner the better. They're waiting.
Oh, boy. Let's see here. Spread liberally over all moving parts. Oh, I hope it moves. Pretty pink ladies! Uncle Larry's got some lubricant for you!
Yeah, Roxy, he's gone. Anything else? What? Are you sure? Gwen, take a look out the window. What'd you see?
There's a poodle getting into a taxi and... Well, I'm going to the foot of our stairs. It's Rosemary. Only she's grown. She's bigger than a house and she's swinging from the top of the Empire State Building.
That's not good. What? Roxy says you're looking the wrong way. Look to the left and up a bit.
Crikey, you're not going to believe this. It's a UFO.
That's not good either. King Kong to the left and a spaceship to the right. Tricky. You gotta get out of there, Roxy. There's a Greyhound leaving for Salt Lake City in 10 minutes. Be on it.
I had no intention of going to Salt Lake City and leaving Mr. Pirelli with Miss Piggy and the middle cake girls. As I made my way to the theater, the earth stood still. The sky went black and I was caught in a shaft of light. I looked up nervously and saw the mothership above me. I found myself frozen to the spot, my heel caught in the tram lines. Was I in a tractor beam? Was I about to be abducted by aliens? I touched up my lipstick and waited for the worst. Meanwhile, back in my recently vacated office.
Monsieur Pirelli, I found the fuse. Oh la la, you gave me some frights.
Fuse, are you going to make a bomb?
Oh, I hope one day to make a bomb, but first I need to sell some more poodles.
Puddles? You say puddles?
Oh, poodles, not puddles. Do I know you? Your face looks very familiar. Oh, oui! You was a cleaner.
Yeah, I am the cleaner. I must have left a tin of polish somewhere. I thought it was this office, but it is not. I go now. I have finished.
But wait, there is some dust on the table. Are you hiding from someone?
No. Who is there?
There is a strange man. He has a bandage round his face. Do you know him?
I have no fear. Do you have the fire escape?
Would you like my friends to move him up?
Who are you?
Where are you, Toxic? I know you're up there somewhere. I can wait. I got time. I ain't going nowhere.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Our place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, ladies, do you like rigid or semi-rigid airships?
Is it the end of the world, Joey? Are we all going to die?
It's gotta be said. We're in a tight spot.
All right, then I'll say it. We're in a tight spot. There. Now, what should we do? Put our head between our legs?
Nice thought. Maybe later. Right now, we gotta save the planet. Let me think. Times like this, we need a hero.
But I have you. And even though you wear a hat instead of a mask, and a coat instead of a batwing cloak, and you haven't got a big shiny buckle, you're still a hero in my book.
Thanks.
I mean, real-life heroes don't just walk in through the door, do they?
Toxic! How predictable.
Well, we meet again. As I sneak past the mysterious Dr. Black, the babysitter and his baby. Hands high and don't move.
What are you going to do to me if I do? Bend me over your knee and give me a good thrashing like you did when I couldn't learn those dance steps?
Happy days.
Well, we're not afraid of you anymore because we're all going to die anyway.
That depends whose side you are on. Oh, damn und Blitzen. Remind me, whose office is this?
It's that Yellowstone cop.
Keystone, not Yellowstone.
You get yourself up, Toxic! I have the place surrounded.
Wake up, Malloy, and smell the coffee. You gotta reprioritize. There's a bigger picture going on here. Toxic's the least of your troubles. Armageddon's about to break loose outside.
Who's Armageddon?
Look out the window.
Oh, sweet Mary!
No, silly, I'm Gwen, not Mary. And I can offer you a rhubarb custard or a jelly baby.
It's a giant gorilla.
That's no gorilla. That's Rosemary. Actually, I told them not to take those steroids.
Now look to the left and up a bit.
We're all doomed.
Oh, there's no need to panic. There are no asteroids, earthquakes, twisters, Icelandic volcanoes, or unbelievably dramatic climactic changes. Yet.
Wait a minute. If I'm not mistaken. Roxy, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm exhausted. You ain't never gonna believe what happened to me. I've just been abducted by a spaceship.
Gosh, you talking to jelly baby, anyone? What happened?
This light came down and blinded me, and then this rock ladder came down and swept me up and pulled me up.
Gosh, did you have a close encounter?
I certainly had a close shave.
Sure could do one of those myself.
Did you meet an alien?
No! You were on the USS Avron. I am their pin-up. Although, for obvious reasons, there are no pins on an airship. Pop!
They accused me of being a spy and locked me in a room with a load of leaflets written in Chinese or something, with a map of all the major U.S. naval bases. Although Pearl Harbor's shown in the wrong place.
Propaganda for the Japanese Navy fleet, who are here on a friendly visit. They were to throw misleading leaflets over the ships.
Slammed in my then not. I put a stop to that. I dumped them overboard to lighten the load to make the ship go up. When we got level with the Empire State Building, I jumped off, dodged a giant gorilla, and here I am.
I'm impressed, Roxy. You hitched a ride on the largest flying object in the world, stopped a dodgy leaflet drop, and saved the Japs from getting lost at Pearl Harbor.
Well done. Don't you just hate it when people give you the wrong directions?
You know the USS Avron?
Sure I do. It's top secret. Sister ship to the Akron. Complement 91 men.
Length 302 meters.
Tonnage 110 tons.
Propulsion 8 German-made Maybach 12-cylinder internal combustion engines.
Volume 184,000 cubic meters.
Gee, and I thought train spotting was boring. How come they know so much about a top secret airship?
Probably read it in the Evening Standard.
What? So, if the alien spaceship is really a top secret Navy airship, we only have to worry about getting Rosemary to safety.
If you drop the charges on me, I'll help you get the gorilla from the city.
Are you saying you want a pass?
I said, if you drop
I heard you the first time.
You see, the Avron cannot stay, because if the gorilla touches the airship, then pop! I have my biplane outside.
And by coincidence, the SSS Republica docked in the harbour at 0500 this morning. Her cargo? Bananas.
How does he know these things?
Done. I make the gorilla follow me to the harbour. Do we have the deal?
I'll let you go on bail, but be back in 30 days, otherwise I'll come looking for you.
I hope you have the good eyesight. Auf Wiedersehen!
Goodbye, Toxic. You know, you do look very dashing. You remind me of Errol Flynn.
Funny you should say that. He is waiting outside for me.
Lucky you. Would you like a sweetie to take with you?
No passengers.
No, not me, silly. A rhubarb and custard.
Custard and rhubarb?
Yes, they're really rather lovely. Taste like gooseberries.
Gooseberries? I have never heard of gooseberries. Only goosebumps and goose steps. Ah, I take this for a souvenir. Extraordinary! Do not say the hamster here, who can whistle the national anthem through his bottom!
Sure, that's very impressive. I can only make the first 4 notes. 3 of them are flat.
When you've quite finished, Rosemary's out there destroying our city.
Oh, keep the hair on. I depart. Malloy, escort me to my plane.
Yes, ma'am.
Within minutes, Toxic was airborne and buzzing around the giant gorilla like an annoying hornet. Just imagine. Lights, camera, action. Close up of the gorilla's face, all teeth and angry eyes. Cut to Toxic, all lipstick, smooth skin and perfume. Long shot as the gorilla takes a swipe at the tiny biplane. Zoom in on Toxic, waving. She winks, blows a kiss, and then heads off towards the harbor, pursued by the giant hairy beast. This would make a great movie.
2 disasters down, 1 to go. Now all we got to do is find those diamonds, return them to the Salmon Sisters, and we can all sleep easy in our beds again.
Didn't you already do that?
Nope.
Oops.
Thank you, Mr. Falcon, Mr. Pirelli. Mr. Pirelli. Call the police. That theatre manager is a sex maniac.
Sexy maniac.
Lock him in the dressing room.
Dressing room.
Don't tell me he was getting a bit, you know, digestive.
Did it have something to do with lubricant?
Big time. You mean he's got previous?
Previous. Done it before? Oh, you poor thing.
No, you see, it's all my fault. It's a misunderstanding. You see, I just remembered that I forgot to tell Mr. Pirelli to tell Mr. Limelight that your missing diamonds are in the tin of lubricant. I may have just told him to give it to you and that you're expecting it. Sorry.
So our diamonds are in the tin? That explains it. Looks like we owe him an apology on your behalf. I knew we shouldn't have stuck those ostrich feathers where we did. Poor man. We must make amends.
Amen.
Amends. Come on, Echo. Let's go pluck him. Pluck him. Hey, Larry, baby. We're sorry.
Well, I'm sure glad that's sorted out. But next time, you gotta be more Pacific, Roxy.
I'm sorry, Mr. Pirelli. I had other things on my mind, like spaceships.
Okay, but remember, next time, tell me everything. You got that?
Okay. I looked at English Gwen hanging on his arm. Are you telling me everything?
Sure. What do you want to know? Oh, did I tell you? We're going off to Hollywood for a couple of days.
What? There was a line and Miss Piggy in the middle just crossed it. There was only one guy for me, and I wasn't about to let him fall in love with English Gwen in Hollywood. No, don't do it, Mr. Pirelli. You see? Listen, Joe Pirelli, here is where I'm at. If you don't want to see me, I'll have to get a cat. I really like the work here, but I just couldn't stay. If you go out with English Gwen, I'd have to go away. I really want a special friend, but not one with four paws. Well, what I'm really trying to say is I wish I could be yours. Did I just burst into song?
That's debatable. Look, we're not spooning, if that's what you mean.
Not spawning. Does English Gwen think she's a frog?
You got it all wrong, Roxy. I'm not going out with Gwen. She's hired us, you and me, to check out what could be a very potentially lucrative career move.
Really? Okay. I felt such a fool, all that singing for nothing.
Let me fill you in.
Please do.
As you know, with all the publicity surrounding Toxic and the Stardust, the show's been a sellout. And that's alerted the talent scouts in Tinseltown.
I've been spotted, little me with my shiny boots and costume. I'm going to be a star. Hollywood, here I come.
If the guy's legit, Gwen's gonna make millions. That's where you come in.
Am I going to be a movie star too? Did I ever tell you I've always wanted to be a movie star?
You're going undercover. We're gonna put you in for a screen test with this guy.
Oh, that's great. What about this? Oh, this?
If you get through, we'll know he's a phony.
In other words, I've always liked cats.
If I pass the audition, which Mr. Warner says is a mere formality, I'll be on the silver screen. It's all thanks to Toxic.
Yeah, she's really had quite an effect on all of us.
We're gonna go behind the scenes making out with Gwen's agents. We'll clinch the deal and check the scripts to make sure there's no funny business.
Don't you want to do comedies?
Babysit until she settles in with her co-stars. Abbott Costello, Bob Hope, and Fred Astaire have all been mentioned.
Wow, I was so jealous. But good luck to her. At least I'll be able to say my best friend's a movie star. We are still going to be best friends, ain't we?
Of course we are, silly. And before you say anything...
I know. You're not a lesbian.
Not yet, anyway. Please excuse me. I'll rather be late for the show. Thank you for everything so far, Joey. See you after the matinee. TTFN!
As you can see, as if by magic, we're back in our office. On the way back from the theater, it started to rain, so I shook out the umbrella, stop it dripping on the floor. Big mistake. I was feeling a lot happier with the Gwen going out with Mr. Pirelli situation, but there was still something bothering me. The roses. Can I ask you something, Mr. Pirelli?
Sure, what's on your mind?
The roses in the dressing room. Were they for me or for English Gwen? Please consider your answer very carefully.
They were for you, Roxy. No, really. They were for you.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Pirelli. I was so glad he said that.
Please, call me Joe.
Joe! My heart pounded, and I felt a romantic musical moment coming on. arrival of Madame Fifi.
Oh, Monsieur Borelli, Mademoiselle Roxy, please excuse my rude interruption, but I need your assistance urgently.
I'll fix the fuse in a minute, ma'am. I'm really kind of busy right now.
Honestly, he really is this time.
I need your help. My little fluffy bubbles with their diamond-studded collar has been dog-napped. I am, how you say, distraught. I need you to be the detective.
Diamonds? Later, Roxy. Business before pleasure. Madame Fifi, have a seat, please. Tell me exactly what happened.
Out of what? The Chicago girls burst in. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Maisie. Girls?
Hi, Roxy. Hi, Madame Fifi. Is everything okay?
You know these girls?
Sure, she's got amazing nipples. What are you doing here?
Why do you caught us, honey?
Oh, oops. I am glad you are here. I have been given the word. The fluffy is at the docks.
Poor thing. We call them vets.
No, the docks is the Alba. She has been smuggled onto the SS Republica.
The banana boat?
Except today. She weren't carrying no bananas. It was guns.
She's gone running. Maybe Bubbles' collar was the payment.
Guns? I never saw that coming. Rosemary's gonna be mighty upset when she finds out there ain't no bananas.
Oh,
She just found out we're in trouble now.
Hey, Smokey Foxy, I got news for you.
Not now, Larry. Window!